So, in this video, I'm simply going to be explaining the difference between 60 Hz and 144 Hz. And I think a good question that would be asked here is, why am I doing this? First, I've kind of realized that there's not really a lot of content to do with people who have information and have a lot of time with 60 Hz who are jumping over to a better refresh rate. It feels like they were always like they were born with 144p monitors in the womb. So I'm gonna fix that. All I need is a PC that can run good frames. I mean, I do play Valorant, so hopefully that's not an issue. As well as monitor. That's gonna be a bit of an issue. Because I don't really have a monitor. I think that's the whole point of this video, that I'm actually used to 60 Hz. I think it's not too hard to get a monitor, is it?
A few moments later.
Now that the monitor situation is all cleared up, all we have to do is play some games. Now, I didn't think playing some games meant 30 plus hours of gaming, but I guess that's what we have. I've always felt like 60 Hz was the thing that was holding me back. Now, I know I kind of was exaggerating on that point, but like an extra few milliseconds couldn't hurt anyone. Especially since like my old monitor, being 60 Hz, was also very slow response time wise. I'm gonna try make tests for both monitors to see the response time difference, as well as in-game experience, because I think that's the most important thing. Okay, before I get into any results based on experience and what I felt personally, I have to give you the numbers. So I tried a response test and it was actually insane, the difference. I filmed the response time between a click on a mouse into a flash on the screen in-game with Valorant. And the difference was actually insane. I'm gonna put it up on the screen here, but it was more than double. The older 60 Hz monitor was at around 60 milliseconds response time, and the newer one was 25. That is more than twice the difference, and it is a huge improvement in my eyes. Now keep in mind, I did record in a super fast camera slow-mo, 1000 FPS, which is basically down to a 1 millisecond error, which is negligible, honestly. Now the results are impressive and great at that, but there is something we need to take from this experiment. And in an ideal world, if the monitors were all the same except for the refresh rate, a 60 Hz monitor would have 17 milliseconds between each frame, and the 165 would have only 6. So the difference should not be more than, or actually should be exactly 11 milliseconds between the two. But this is not the case, as there is something called response time of the monitor. In this case, it was really high, since the difference should have been 11, but it was 35. So all that difference is just from the response time, since I didn't change anything with my gear. They're all the same. All that calculations and all those numbers did not disappoint. Ever since I switched, I have never been more consistent. Now, I wanna emphasize this. It's actually consistency that was the main change in my game. Like, I felt like I could keep doing the stuff I'm doing over and over again. Like sometimes on the other monitor I used to have bad games, the old one. Bad games, weird games. Now, I mean, it's still there sometimes, but it's so like, it's almost not there. It's very minimal. Like, it barely happened to me. And I mean, on top of this and the response time, the results actually speak for themselves. Like, this was me, what, 3 weeks before the switch, or 2-3 weeks before today, I guess. And this is now. I actually hit my favorite looking rank, but it's not where I'm gonna end. Not quite. There's gonna be more of me. Here's a little bonus clip of how quick this monitor is. And yeah, it's pretty quick. Like, you would not be able to see anything near that on 60 FPS. But who cares really about that? It just looks nice, doesn't it? Okay, now the serious and most important question. What is the conclusion? What can we take from all of this testing and all of this nonsense? Well, it is based on your situation, isn't it? Like, if you already have like a 60 hertz monitor with a very quick response time, then maybe you could not upgrade. Maybe you could upgrade your PC, your keyboard, or not upgrade anything if you like it the way it is. But if you have like a bit of a slower monitor like mine, then the upgrade is actually really worth it, especially if your PC is not bottlenecking, if it's your monitor and your PC can run higher frames. Now I know games are different and all that, but if you play one game and only in one game it helps, for me it's worth it. Based on the whole response time difference, like I couldn't believe it. Let alone all the like benefits to do with like ranking up and all that. It's actually fun, you know? Like you feel like it's not stuttering as much, you are more immersed and it's more enjoyable really. So it's down to the person, like what they have, what their preference is. But all in all, I would recommend it heavily. At least 144. Nothing lower. 120 I'll allow it. And if you guys have any questions, I would be more than happy to answer them in the description. Yeah, I do now know a bit too much about monitors. I hope I condensed all the information for you, but even if you still have any questions, please do comment down below. And if you think I missed out on anything as well, let me know. I will try to put any extra information in the description as well. And yeah, hopefully I don't take too long to answer any questions. Hope you enjoyed this shit. I'm probably gonna make more of it. As long as I keep buying stuff. I'll just keep buying stuff and making the excuse of, oh, it's for a YouTube video. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. See ya.